what's up YouTubers, it's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a My 2 Cent video, a gaming one, and for today I'll be talking about and giving my thoughts on 3 stories that came out this week that caught my attention. Before we do that, as you probably know, I finally have a light, or some sort of light. I am using basically, if I could, let me just, I am basically using what's called a ring or something. What's it called again? Shoot. Here it is. It's called a selfie ring light, though. I thought I would get one to get sort of light in this room in a way so you can see my face, though. Like that. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. We have light. So, now that I got that out of the way, though, when we get started with this video, we're going to talk about the 3 stories. And we'll start with the first one, and that is the one that's sort of been getting a lot of attention lately, and that is the Switch headset and the voice chat. As some of you are probably aware, an image has sort of floated around online recently regarding a voice chat that's being used in Japan that's being promoted for the upcoming Splatoon 2 game. Now, there have been several articles about it, though. Let me see if I could just get this out here. Flatten that a little bit so I can still see myself. I still can't see myself. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Basically, and the image, well, it's a little bit surprising that it exists, okay? Here, let me see if I can. Alright, so let me get it out there. Alright. Basically, the image based on it, though, and again, the articles are in the link in the description, it basically shows that it's a headset that connects to one device, and then it basically has 2 wires. One that connects to your phone, or, your smartphone and all, and the other one connects to the system itself. And well, the reaction has been not very positive, and there's been some reaction to that, saying that some people are putting out fake reactions, basically making a big deal over a small thing. One of my favorite YouTubers, the 316 Killer, kind of has a take on that, though. I'll have a link in the description below, and you can see his videos. And I will admit that he's kind of correct, though, and I do think some people are sort of overreacting maybe a little bit too much. I'm not saying that criticism doesn't exist. I'm just saying that there is maybe a little bit too much of overreaction over this, though. And it also feels like some of the people are now going into and basically saying, oh, this is out, Nintendo's doom, yada yada yada, like we haven't heard that before many times, especially after Nintendo pulled back the curtains for the Switch back in January, revealed the price, and people think it was going to be doomed, and well, given where it's selling right now, that's not the case. Though, with that said, however, I can see why some people may not be happy with this, and based on, and I will say, if this is Nintendo's decision to do voice chat, if this is the direction they are going with this, though, I have to say it makes things seem a little bit more complex than it is. I mean, what if I want to play with the Pro Controller? I mean, what if I want to use the Pro Controller instead of basically using the Switch console itself? What if I want to do that? Or the Joy-Con grips, if I'm using that instead? I mean, it just feels like it just comes off as basically they should have added a Bluetooth headset to their controllers rather than this approach. It just feels like it makes things more complex than it is. Now, bear in mind, this is a licensed set from Hori, or H-O-R-I, headphone set, though. So right now, this is the official Nintendo one. This is a third-party one. So we won't know what Nintendo's approach is, other than announce that you could do voice chat and all that stuff through your smartphone. But outside of that, though, that's it. So right now, it is a third-party one, though, but even though I'm not a voice chat person, and I'm really am not a voice chat kind of a person, though. I can see why some people are upset. I mean, this thing seems way too complex, though. I mean, I understand, even though it's in Japanese, I understand what they're doing, but it's still, it just seems like it would have been better if Nintendo had basically, basically put like a headphone jack on the controllers, or even like a Bluetooth one. I mean, so whatever approach Nintendo is going to make on this, though, especially here in the US, hopefully it's not like this, because if this is their approach, if this becomes their official approach, though, it's not going to sit well with a lot of consumers, though, okay? Again, I will admit some people are overreacting, to some people are overreacting in a fit, pretending to be overreacting on it, though, but I just think compared to how the controller set up for the PS4 and the Xbox One, I just think this just seems way more complex compared to those two, where it's just easier, though. So, I mean, bottom line, I understand some people are overreacting, but I also understand why some people don't like this approach, though. I think, I will have to admit, I think Nintendo is going to have to not only clarify some of this stuff, they're going to have to give us a better example than using this approach. Because if this becomes the official approach, if this is what people have to do to access voice chat on the Nintendo Switch, I just don't see it selling very well. I'm sorry, I just really don't. So anyway, so that's that. Alright, we're going to take a bit of a break. When we come back, I'm going to get to part 2 of our video, where I will be talking about Nintendo's online service. So we'll take a bit of a break, and we will be right back. Okay, and we are back with part 2 of our My 2 Cent video, and for this one we're going to be taking a look at Nintendo's online service. So on the same day that headset was revealed, that pretty much made everyone sort of freak out over. Let's see if I could just freak out over, though. Their online service was recently announced, though, and according to at least what Nintendo is basically saying, though, we now know that it will be coming in 2018, not 2017 or fall 2017 as originally we thought, though. From what we understand, though, which means for now until 2018, it will be free for the moment, though. Once 2018 comes, the pay service will come in, though. Basically, the pay service will have online lobbies and voice chat that will. They'll have this dedicated smart app or anything like that. Supposedly, according to them, a free limited version of this app will be available to download in summer 2017. There is something called Classic Gaming Selection, where subscribers will get a download of compilation of classic titles with added online play, such as Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. Why they picked those 3 games, beyond me, though, in any way. They picked those. Nintendo eShop deals. Special offer for subscribers may include discount on selected digital games and content. Not bad. As far as the pricing go, here's the one, though. The big one, though. Basically, they're going to have 3 options: 1 month, 3 months, and then of course, the 12 months, though. Similar to what PlayStation Plus, I think what PlayStation Plus has, though. So basically, what it is this: 1 month is $3.99, $4, though. 3 months is $7.99, $8, and finally 12 months is $19.99, which is basically $20, though. So what this basically means is this: for the non-subscribers, those who don't subscribe, though, it looks like you still will be able to access. Oh, my cat's here. Hey, Rocky. Want to be part of the YouTube video? He's down there, though. Okay. Anyway, it seems as though, according to this, though, for those who don't subscribe, you will still have access to Nintendo Switch Parental Control app, share screenshot to social media, register and manage friends, and access to Nintendo eShop. For those who do ultimately subscribe, you'll get all the stuff I just said, but now you'll get, the Nintendo eShop deal, the classic games selection, product name subject to change, online lobby and voice chat app, online gameplay, according to them. Now, there were some confusion about the classic game selection, basically saying that would this replace the Virtual Console. According to statement by Nintendo, which was detailed in the Japanese video game magazine Famitsu, if I'm saying the name correctly, that's Famitsu. We now know, according to this, it says details regarding online play, and this is from My Nintendo. Again, I'll have a link in the description. You can check that out. Details regarding online play for the classic game selection will be shared later. The classic game selection and virtual console are two different things. A title from the classic game selection is software that adds new feature into the classic game. I assume that involves the online play, though. The sales schedule for virtual consoles for the Switch is not yet decided, though. My guess based on that statement, it sounds like virtual consoles are not going away. So it seems like you can still be able to download it, though. Again, that could change, but we'll have to wait and see. But that's how I'm taking it, though. Switch owners who subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online Switch owners will subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online from each account, not a console. So I mean, it's for those who have an account, who has the My Nintendo account. Service is charged per each Nintendo's account. Nintendo says to wait for future details on trying various Nintendo accounts to a single Switch. Subscribers to Nintendo Switch Online service through the eShop. Obviously, you're going to have to, in order to subscribe to this service, it's going to be, like they said, it's going to be through the eShop. I'm sure there will be a feature there available. When it goes live, you'll be able to join by using your balance on the eShop with a credit card or a prepaid card. And this one for Japan, though. Nintendo will sell downloadable cards in Japan. Okay, so the big sticking point was sort of the price point for a lot of people, and I have to say, it's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible. I know it may not appeal to everyone, though, but $20 for 12 months isn't exactly bad or anything like that, though. I mean, that's compared to, I think, PlayStation Plus, which I think 12 months will get you $60, although it depends on what the features and what they have, though. So right now, it isn't as bad or doom and gloom as many people thought it would be. It's definitely isn't exactly terrible, though. Obviously, the fact that it's got delayed to 2018 is kind of a bit surprising, and there could be many reasons why they delayed it, though. Some of it could be maybe the service is not ready yet, which is a possibility, or the fact that maybe because of the supply to demands with the Switch, though, they had to deal with that sort of took attention away from any of the other stuff they did. Again, I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that's true or anything. I'm just taking a wild guess. But whatever the reason may be, it looks like for now, though, online service for Nintendo Switch will be free for now until 2018. And as far as the price point, I don't think it's terrible. I think it's not bad. $20 a month isn't entirely bad, though. I mean, it will depend on what they offer down the road, though. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of service they bring. And any other changes, though. Will we get something similar to what PlayStation Plus has, where it's there's a free game when you subscribe to this, one free game or something like that, like we've seen with that service, or are they going to do something completely different? But overall, the price point isn't terrible or anything like that. It remains to be seen how well this is implemented, though. We won't know until 2018, but for now, the price point, in my opinion, isn't as bad as some people would have speculated, though. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hopefully by E3, we'll probably get maybe a bit more details than what they announced, though. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, I'm not disappointed by what I saw, though. But again, we'll have to see if there's more features added. Hopefully they will offer more features to it, though. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we will get to the third and final part of our video, which is the 4chan one that has basically spreaded some fake stories regarding Smash Brothers and Far Cry 5. So take a little bit of a break and we will be right back. Get that here. Okay, and we are back with the third and final part of our video, of our My 2 Cent Gaming video, and this one has to do with 4chan though, and it involves two stories involving 4chan though. As some of you are probably aware of, Far Cry 5 got into somewhat of a little bit of a controversy. I did a video last week about it though. I'll have a link in the description. You could take a look for yourself though. But then it really got very interesting this week, as it turned out that a change.org petition was posted and found online. I learned this from one of the Facebook groups that came out, that basically called for the cancellation of Far Cry 5. As it where it stands though, it needs to reach 2,500 signatures. It has got it's short 633, and right now, as of where it stands, at least according to as of the recording of this video, and if I'm reading correctly, it's at 1,867 supporters have signed this though, and it's basically saying, well, it's really interesting though. Some of the comments range from saying this: enough is enough, Ubisoft. We sat through your multicultural lecture and your preachy games aimed at degenerated and misgenerated, or something like that. We tolerate it in the name of gameplay design and innovation, but no more. Far Cry 5 is an insult to your fan base, the Americans who made up the majority of your customers, and it's time for you to woke up for that fact. Change this or cancel it. It writes. It also writes, and this is where it gets, again, links in the description, you can read it yourself though. Change the villain, it's not so hard really, just change the villain to someone more realistic. Islam is on the rise in America as the violence in inner city gangs. Are you scared to do that? That though, it also says, and this is interesting, even if you insist on making the villain an American Christian, consider mixing the race a bit to not target white people exclusively. There are plenty of nationalists of every stripe and every race and every creed. So throw in some blacks and Mexicans. There's no reason a protectionist nationalist movement would all be one race. And it writes, and it's just an odd thing. And what's even worse is when he updated this, he talked about, I was hoping to update this petition in regards to the success we've seen in our mission, but Change.org decided to attempt to censor this petition by refusing access. They say they were just updating the servers, but we all know that's true. And then it brings in Gamergate, it brings in SJWs, it brings in CNN, IGN, all that stuff. Claiming that this is all marketing, even though some people have pointed out that Ubisoft has denied it though. An article from Niche Gamer is pointing to that this is a fake, coming from an old 4chan thread though. I will say regarding this story in particular though, even if by some miracle this happened to be true, even if it did for any reason in particular though, no, there's no way Ubisoft's going to cancel Far Cry 5. There is absolutely no way they're going to do this, though. They did not cancel Ghost Recon. They did not recall Ghost Recon Wildlands over the Bolivian government complaining about the game, claiming it portrayed Bolivia in a negative light, even though technically when you boot up the game, it basically says that this game is a work of fiction and does not represent Bolivia as a whole. So I highly doubt they're going to cancel Far Cry 5 over this. And the fact that it's fake and it comes from 4chan, which, let's be clear, 4chan has a history of posting some stuff that is questionable, to say the least. Not to mention I've heard stories of it being racist and all that stuff. So little iffy about this though. I mean, when I first heard about this, I thought this got to be a joke, and now that it turned out to be, it's becoming more and more likely it is a joke though. So it's just weird though. Not only that, they also striked earlier this week when they talked about basically Smash Brothers, pointing out, basically claiming that someone has seen actual snapshots of Super Smash Brothers running on the Nintendo Switch. However, sites like Source Gaming and all, again, link in the description, you could check it out yourself, are basically saying that the image that is released for the Switch, the Smash Bros. Switch, basically are being pointed out as fake. And there's sort of a video you could check out about it though down here in the link. So the fact that, and again, doesn't surprise me at all considering that it's come from 4chan though. That said, however, I do believe that the Nintendo Switch will get a Smash Brothers game. The question becomes, what kind of Smash Brothers game will we get though? Will we get an all-new Smash Brothers game built from the ground up for the Nintendo Switch? Or will we get something along the lines of what we saw with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where basically what we got is the port of, the Wii U version, but, enhanced and fixed some stuff here and there. So it is interesting that it'll be interesting to see when it does come out. So I do believe that a Switch version of Smash Brothers does exist. I do believe that it is probably in development. Again, that's my guess. I'm just taking a guess on that though. But I'm not completely shocked that this is fake. Anybody who claims that they've seen actual footage and all that stuff, I usually take with a grain of salt. So again, apparently a busy week for 4chan in terms of Far Cry 5 controversy and the leaked Smash Brothers. So I don't know why why there are some who are signing that petition. It's just boggles my mind why they do, but hey, if you want to sign it, go right ahead. I mean, it's just as bad as that one person putting up that petition to ask for Rotten Tomato to be pulled off the web and all that stuff over Rotten Tomatoes, review of giving Suicide Squad a rotten review, not certified fresh and all that stuff. But look, there are times when I'm not against change.org, but there are times when some of the petitions they put up are sort of questionable. And in this case, this is one good example of it being questionable though, especially from 4chan and their history as well. Okay, this concludes my 2 cent video for this week though. And again, these are my opinion. Like I said, these are my opinion. But what are yours though? The Switch headset and the voice chat though. Do you think people are making too big of a deal of it, or do you think that there are legitimate criticisms to be made, and you think Nintendo's sort of making a big mistake on this though? What about their online service though? Are you happy what they are offering right now? Do you think that they should offer more, or do you think that this is terrible though by any ways? And of course the 4chan controversy though. Did you believe the whole controversy with Far Cry 5 or the leaked Smash Brothers footage, photos that have come out, or do you think, or were you not shocked that it came from 4chan, or do you think the whole Far Cry 5 controversy was ridiculous and you're not shocked that the photos of Smash Brothers on the Nintendo Switch are fake though? Do you agree with my opinion? Do you disagree? Do you have a different take? As always, sound off on the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and I hope you hit the like button. I would appreciate that, and I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to, and also feel free, if you want to donate to my channel. You could do it either through PayPal me or Patreon if you want to. And this concludes this video. This is my 2 cent video for this week though. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that will be soon. Until then, from Southern California, wish you all a good day then. Bye.